What's going on, everybody? This your boy Isaiah, coming to you again from Bucs Locker. Subscribe to the channel, like the channel, share all my videos. Make sure you hit the notification bell icon as this channel continues to grow back up to where it was. As you guys probably know it, or if you don't know, the channel was taken over by some other people, and still in the process waiting on YouTube/Google to give me my channel back. But until then, this channel is basically starting over until they give us our videos back and our subscribers back. But anyway, shouts out to everybody that's resubscribing to the channel. But as you can see, we're going to talk about the Bucs versus the Browns. I know I'm a little late, but hey, it's better late than never. I watched the game. I watched bits and pieces of it. I watched the key moments of the game. And folks, let me tell you, yes, we won the game by a last-second field goal by Matt Gay. He pretty much is our starting kicker now. 13-12. So we got the win. We go to 2-1, but we have some issues that we need to talk about on Bucs Locker. And the biggest issue that we have, I'm going to address right now, is the offensive line. And as you can see, the offensive line has some serious issues. This game was basically a I guess you can say a walkthrough, or let's get ready for the first game of the season type action in the first half. And let me tell you, anytime you give up 5 sacks in the first half, this is supposed to be a rehearsal, a dress rehearsal. That's not good. Starting O-line gave up 5 sacks, and Bruce Arians said the line got their butts kicked. Straight out, flat out, got their butts kicked up and down the field. We can barely establish our offensive rhythm due to the fact, as you can see in this picture right here, Donovan Smith, Alex Kappa, and Dotson were not blocking well. Ryan Jensen was trying, and Ali Marpet, of course, he does his thing as well, but they all struggled. And this is supposed to be a dress rehearsal. I don't know what Bruce Arians is going to do about this O-line. Yes, this was the same O-line that gave us the top 10 offense. Now, mind you, folks, let's not get too caught up in that, because most of those yards were offensive passing yards. People keep saying top 10 offense, and I got caught up in that. But most of it was passing yards. Like 85 to 90% of those yards was passing. And yes, that line it's not a top 15 line. That O-line is not a top 15 offensive line. It's like between 17 and 22. Now, Dotson is a good right tackle as far as pass blocking, but he can't run block for crap. Alex Kappa, he gonna need some help. Ryan Jensen with the penalties, hopefully he cut back on those. Ali Marpet is gonna be Ali Marpet, and we all know about Donovan Smith. He cannot handle twitchy pass rushers like Myles Garrett, Von Miller, Bradley Chubb. He can't handle those guys. The guys are too quick for him. They're too powerful and quick. So I'm very concerned about how this O-line looked in the dress rehearsal game. Now, hopefully some of this stuff get cleaned up. Now, I know there's a lot of people, they connected Jameis Winston with this issue of he could have made better reads. It is hard for any quarterback to make reads like that when you got a defensive lineman or a tackle breathing down your neck after you hike the ball. Soon as you hit your 3-step drop or your 5-step drop or even your 7-step drop, you got a defensive lineman, before you even get a chance to read the field, the quarterback getting pressure. No quarterback can handle that on a consistent basis. Ask any quarterback. And I'll get on that in another topic. But I am very highly disappointed in what I saw in the dress rehearsal. Now, there is some positives in the game. You know, Chris Godwin, Tanner Hudson, Bobo called a few balls. Griffin, Blaine Gabbert is hurt, dislocated shoulder, non-throwing shoulder, but most likely Ryan Griffin will stay on the team and be the backup quarterback, which I think he should be anyway. Nothing about Blaine Gabbert says that he needs to be the backup quarterback. Move on from him. You can give that roster spot to somebody else. But anyway, that's neither here or there. Umwale, he's a good guy. Number 44, the running back. He's going to make the team. They might keep 4 running backs. I don't know. They might keep 4 running backs. Most likely they will. What else can talk about on it? Oh, also another positive. The defense played a hell of a game. They kept the Browns out of the end zone. Jordan Whitehead played a hell of a game. MJ Stewart was showing up quite a bit. You know, I like what he was doing. MJ Stewart, Darren Stewart was doing their thing, and Jordan Whitehead was doing their thing. Carlton Davis had a pass breakup. I didn't see much of Devin White. He's been very quiet this preseason. I don't know what's going on with that situation. I haven't really been paying close attention to it. But Devin White has been very, 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 very quiet. How they have brought him along very slowly and very under the radar. And maybe they're just not going to unleash him and his skill set. But he hasn't made any splash plays in the preseason like Devin Bush or any other rookies out there that's playing. He's been very... I guess they got him under the wraps right now. They got him on chains right now. And I'm dying to see what he looks like when everybody's playing and it's a real game. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to do no prejudging on Devin White. I'm not going to say he's a bust and, you know, all this crap. He's just been under the radar. He hasn't made any splash plays yet. But when the regular season starts, I think he'll show up. Murphy Bunton, he's out there still trying to get better. He played better this game, but he got some growing pains. Jamel Dean is pretty good, and Mike Edwards, they're very good. I think they're going to be starters. Vernon Hargreaves didn't play. Did he play? I didn't. But hopefully he shows up for week 1. But overall, Nacho Nunez, he's pretty good. I think we should keep him as a defensive tackle while Vea gets healthy. Dominican Sue almost had a sack on Baker Mayfield. Carl Nassib did his thing. You know, he should have had a sack on Baker Mayfield too. We basically pressured him quite a bit. He was 10 for 26 with an interception. I don't know, a lot of people going to say he didn't have Jarvis Landry. He didn't have Odell Beckham. He didn't have Nick Chubb. Kareem Hunt had like 2 carries. So, yeah, we get it. But I think we have Baker Mayfield's number. I think that defense just knows how he plays. He's very reckless with the ball. There are some throws that he got away with. But he didn't look good at all. 26 attempts, 10 completions, and an interception. That's really bad. Shouts out to Ryan Griffin. And Blaine Gabbert was doing his thing too. But Tanner Hudson, that dude better make the team. I don't care what Bruce says. Thomas, if he blocks better, he can, be an asset. No, he's already an asset. Actually, on low key, he's an asset where you can pretty much slide Cameron Brate away. I'm just saying, but I ain't gonna go that far with it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see how the season play out. But Tanner Hudson will make the team. Justin Watson, it's gonna be very interesting what they're gonna do with that Schnell and Miller and Scotty Miller and Justin Watson situation. I don't know what they're gonna do with that because you got to figure Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Rashad Perriman are the top 3 receivers, and then you got a really interesting battle with Justin Watson, Bubba Wilson, Schnell, and Scotty Miller. They're going to probably keep 2 out of the 4. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be very interesting to see receivers number 4, 5, and 6 on the team. So very curious to see how that turns out. Overall, man, I will give this game a C. Due to the fact that the defense, a C+, due to the fact the defense played a really good game. The Browns offense didn't do anything. 4 field goals, whatever. But my main concern is that O-line, man. Harold Godwin, got to get it fixed, man. Brian Leftwich. Jameis Winston look a little shaky, man. And usually when your O-line is getting beat like that, you're going to have happy feet. You're going to start seeing things that is not there. And you're going to make the quarterback uncomfortable. The quarterback needs to be comfortable to some degree. Now, not every passing play, a quarterback is going to be comfortable. And sometimes he's going to have to make plays just because he's just a good quarterback. But sometimes the quarterback needs to get in a rhythm. It is hard to get in a rhythm when you're getting beat on a line like that. But we'll see. The Bucs are now 2-1. On to the last preseason game, which is basically all backups playing. It's going to be not really worth watching unless you're looking at some certain people. Vinny Testaverde Jr. will be playing that whole game. So anyway, this is Buckles Locker, giving you my update on the Browns-Cleveland game and my take on it. Subscribe to the channel, like the channel, share all my videos. To all the Pirates and Sea Bandits, fire those cannons, seize the day, raise the flags. And you know the last thing, no risk,